Have you ever felt like you give everything to someone, but somehow it never feels like enough? You call them, you support them, you show up for them, but when you need them, they disappear. At first, you might think you're overthinking. Maybe they're busy, maybe they're stressed. But over time, a painful question starts to appear in your mind. Do they actually care about me? Or are they just using me? The truth is, not every relationship is built on mutual care. Some people stay in your life not because they value you, but because they benefit from you. Maybe it's your time, your emotional support, your resources, or even the validation you give them. And the most dangerous part? People who use you rarely say it directly. Instead, their behavior slowly reveals the truth. Today we're going to explore 7 powerful signs. Someone is only using you and doesn't genuinely care about you. Recognizing these patterns can save you years of emotional exhaustion. Let's start with the first signal. First signal, one-sided effort examined. Healthy relationships feel balanced. Not perfectly equal every day, but overall, both people invest effort. When someone truly values you, they check on you, initiate conversations, make time for you, show appreciation. But when someone is using you, the relationship becomes one-sided. You are always the one, texting first, calling first, making plans, fixing problems. If you stop trying, the relationship suddenly goes silent. This happens because the connection only survives through your effort. Think about this. If someone never reaches out unless you do, they may not be interested in the relationship. They may only be interested in what you provide. And once they receive it, they disappear again until they need something else. This leads to the second signal. Second signal, selective availability highlighted. Have you noticed how some people are strangely busy until they need something? Suddenly, they respond instantly. Suddenly, they have time. Suddenly, you're important again. But the moment their problem is solved, they disappear. This pattern is called selective availability. They are present when they benefit, but absent when you need them. It's not about time. It's about priority. Everyone is busy, but people always find time for what matters to them. If someone only shows up when they need help, advice, money, attention, or emotional support, you might not be a friend. You might be a resource. And that leads to the third sign. Third signal, absence of genuine interest. People who care about you are curious about your life. They ask questions like, how are you feeling? How did your day go? What are your dreams? What are you struggling with? Because your life matters to them. But someone who is using you often shows very little genuine interest. Conversations revolve around their problems, their drama, their needs, their achievements. Your experiences become background noise. If you stop talking, the conversation dies. Because they were never interested in you. They were interested in talking about themselves. And sometimes, this imbalance becomes even darker. Which leads to the fourth signal. Fourth signal, emotional manipulation unveiled. Some people don't just take from you. They manipulate you into giving more. They might say things like, if you cared about me, you would help. Or, I guess I can't rely on you like I thought. These statements create guilt. And guilt is a powerful psychological tool. Instead of asking respectfully, they make you feel like a bad person for saying no. This turns your kindness into a weapon against you. You start helping not because you want to, but because you feel emotionally pressured. Over time, this drains your energy and confidence. But manipulation rarely stops there. The next sign involves something even more important. Your boundaries. Fifth signal, disregard for boundaries. Healthy relationships respect limits. When you say, I'm busy, I need space, I can't help right now, a respectful person understands. But someone who is using you often ignores your boundaries. They push harder. They insist. They guilt trip you. They make your boundaries feel selfish. But here's the truth. Boundaries protect your emotional health. Anyone who constantly violates them isn't respecting you. They're prioritizing their benefit over your well-being. And this leads to another subtle but powerful sign. Sixth signal, superficial connection exposed. Some relationships feel strangely shallow. You may spend time together. You may talk frequently, but something feels missing. There's no real emotional depth, no vulnerability, no genuine understanding. This happens because the connection isn't built on care. It's built on convenience. They keep the relationship at a surface level because their goal isn't intimacy. It's access. Access to your attention, access to your support, access to whatever you provide. And when life becomes difficult, Their true intentions become very clear. Seventh signal, absence in your tough times. This might be the clearest sign of all. Life eventually tests every relationship. At some point you will face stress, loss, failure, emotional pain. This is when true friends reveal themselves. Because people who care about you show up when it matters most. They listen, they support, they stay. But someone who is only using you often disappears during your hardest moments. Why? Because your pain offers them no benefit. And when the benefits disappear, so do they. This realization can be painful, but it can also be incredibly freeing. Embracing healthy relationships. Recognizing these patterns doesn't mean becoming cold or distrustful. It means becoming aware. Awareness protects your time, energy, and emotional health. Because your kindness is valuable. Your support is valuable. Your presence is valuable. And the right people will never treat those things as something to exploit. Instead, they will appreciate you, support you, and stand beside you when life becomes difficult. Remember this. The goal is not to give less love. The goal is to give your love to people who truly deserve it. Because the right relationships don't drain you. They strengthen you.